Hello, hockey fans, and welcome to the Stanley Cup Final. It is here. It's amazing. I always love the Cup Final, and of course, I dress for the occasion because I wear this in my videos anyway. But this, of course, is my Cup Final T-shirt from 2 years ago when we made it, and yeah. So the game, it was kind of it was kind of quiet for the most part. I was expecting kind of a back and forth affair in game one, like I've seen before. I remember game one. I mean, game one of our series, of our final 2 years ago, was kind of back and forth. Had some bit of decent scoring and went to overtime, and we won it in overtime. Pardon, and I think game one last year was kind of like that. At least I want to say it was, but um, yeah. So well, it was interesting. I mean, um, Edmonton was firing at all cylinders, but Bobrovsky, he was just stopping everything. Carter Verhaeghe scored the first goal of the final, and it didn't take long. Just under 4 minutes into the opening frame, it was a goal each. It was Verhaeghe in period one, Evan Rodriguez, who was with the Avs last year, in period two, and E2 goes to Reinen, putting in an empty net with just seconds left. So Florida took it, and Bobrovsky got a big shutout, stopped all 32 shots. They just couldn't do a thing with him. So yeah, it was a pretty quiet but interesting game. Game one, a lot of quite a bit of rough stuff in the middle of the game, but all in all, it was just interesting. It was just an amazing game one, and Florida took it. So with that win, they matched their best season in franchise history, which was last year. Because last year they won 13 playoff games, including with one win in the Cup final, which was their first ever. Because remember, they got swept the first time in '96, and this game was their second Cup final game victory. But more importantly, for the first time in franchise history, they actually have a lead in the final. They're one up in this year's Cup final, 1-0. And again, we're officially on sweep watch. No Cup final has ended in a sweep since the 1998 campaign between the Detroit Red Wings and the Washington Capitals. And I remember that was the third of four finals to end in a sweep. 95 and 96 ended in sweeps, while 97 ended in, I think it was 5 games. But yeah, so we'll see if. Well, it's a bit early to say, but we'll see if that one win leads to an all-out sweep by Florida. For the way Edmonton played, it kind of looks that way, but I expect the Oilers to be kind of revved up and pissed off in Game 2. I just know it. I just have that feeling. So that is my recap of Game 1 of the Cup Final. Game 2 is Monday in Sunrise. We'll see if Florida goes up 2-0, which would be a new best for their season. It would be their best season in franchise history if they win one more game. Or we'll see if the Oilers strike back and McDavid is revved up and has a big game, and so does Draisaitl. We'll see if the Oilers can even this thing up heading back up north. So anyway, that's my recap of Game 1. If you like this video, click the like button. If you're on YouTube, click subscribe if you want more. If you're on TikTok and Instagram, feel free to hit that follow button. My story about Game 1 will be featured. Check it out when you can. And I'll be back on Monday to recap Game 2. So stay tuned.